Was it an act of cleaning or an act of healing?
Welcome to StreaminMiko's Crazy.
And we're back now with Binge Worthy. That's our look at the best things to watch and listen to this weekend. Let's bring in NBC News reporter Callan Rosenblatt to help us out today. Hey, Callan.
Yeah.
Hey, Vicky. Hey, so this first one I'm excited about. It is a family movie. I've heard it's really funny. Ryan Reynolds in it. It's on Netflix. Let's take a look.
You knew how to get in my dad's garage.
Just to get started and warm up. I see my man.
You knew how to close the fridge. We have the same scar.
Right here.
And you're wearing my dad's watch.
This watch.
It's for me.
That's classified. But yes. That once was. Where are you going?
So cute. This one looks funny.
Yeah, this is adorable. So the premise of this is that Ryan Reynolds has to team up with his younger self. There is a time travel element to this. Kind of a Guardians of the Galaxy vibe, even though this is not related to the Marvel properties. But they have to team up. It looks like there's like alien invasions. The fabric of the universe is tearing apart, and only Ryan Reynolds' younger self can help Ryan Reynolds to sort of save the day in the end. This looks adorable. Streaming on Netflix. Cannot wait to watch this one.
Fantastic. That one's the Adam Project there. Okay. Next, new series on Peacock. This one, another funny one, right? It's a comedy about 4 friends. They work at a casino in Indiana. Here's a sneak peek.
Okay, y'all, we got some high rollers in the building. I need all y'all on point.
We're getting floor jobs? Ooh, I want to be a chandelier. Hanging over, judging.
Okay, make a wish.
We need to take this to our superiors.
You want to see how the sauce is made? That like that. Now he's just showboating.
I cannot wait to do this again.
I always love a comedy, especially when things are so difficult in the world and the news right now.
Absolutely. If you need a laugh, this is going to be a great one to tune into. This is Bust Down on Peacock. It shares a lot of common DNA with SNL. So if you're into SNL, this is one you're absolutely going to want to watch. It features Chris Redd, who is one of my favorite performers on SNL and who I think is just generally hilarious. Again, you need a laugh, tune into Bust Down. It's a great series streaming on Peacock.
I love that one. Okay, changing gears, we have a mini-series about the love story that was at the center of the rise and fall of WeWork. You've seen those signs everywhere, that company, and there have been some projects about it, but this one really focuses on the love story, right?
Yep.
Let's take a look.
Is Adam for real? I wouldn't be with him if he wasn't.
The wife, she works there.
She helps him manifest things.
We are on track to lose $400 million this year.
I think this. Enough, Adam! We're actually trapped.
You have to make them see.
See what?
You're a supernova.
You're afraid that he outshines you.
Can I get a single of Adam?
Because he does.
Ooh, I heard Jared Leto stayed in character the whole time for this.
I think that's sort of his MO. You know, he's done a lot of like chameleon work where he just sort of loses himself into a character. We also have obviously Anne Hathaway in this one. Tells the tale of WeWork, and I feel like we're in a season of like telling stories of like so big that they are almost too big to fail, and then inevitably do fail. We have like Anna Delvey, then we have The Dropout, and now we have this about WeWork. So again, if you're really into sort of like the bigger they are, the harder they fall sort of story, check this one out.
And then there's the Silicon Valley thing with Theranos too, so that'll be a good one. All right, good. Okay, this one I'm excited about. I just remember when Ben Affleck and Ana de Armas were a thing in real life, but this might have been what started it, right? They're in this Hulu movie called Deep Water. Let's take a look at this clip.
That's good. Why is Mom so different around other people?
I think this is who she is.
You love me.
Of course.
You're not born.
No.
The fact that she's comfortable flaunting all these relationships around all of us, you're better than that.
Woo! Ooh, Calvin, I feel like we needed a warning before that clip.
Yeah, that's a steamy one.
Yes.
So we have obviously the former real-life chemistry between Ana de Armas and Ben Affleck. We also sort of have a story that I would say is in the vein of Gone Girl. It's sort of a psychological thriller. Who is your partner? Do you ever really know who your partner is? We all hope that we do. But, you know, you never know what's going to happen. So we have this sort of, if you need to sort of be on the edge of your seat this weekend, if you can't get enough of everything else going on in the world and you need something else that's a little bit tense, tune into this one. It looks very steamy and very chilling.
I would say so, definitely. Okay, and let's talk about a new documentary that's on Netflix. This is interesting. It's called Bad Vegan. I'm asking you, is this literally about like vegans who also eat meat, because those people exist as well? Let's take a look first.
Pure Food and Wine was the top raw vegan restaurant in the world.
It was ahead of its time, and it was a high-end, fine dining vegan experience that was a hotspot.
Owen Wilson used to just post up in the back and like walk through the kitchen, and I'm like, what is this place?
Sarma was the brand, the raw vegan queen.
It was such a great environment to work in. If none of this had ever happened, we'd probably still be working there.
Ooh, that's a tease.
Yeah, I've started watching this one. It's not about actually the veganism. It's about this restaurant that was in New York that was a vegan hotspot. Alec Baldwin, Owen Wilson, celebrities would come in and out. Hilaria Baldwin was there. And it's about how this restaurant and its owner sort of devolved into falling in love with a man who was not who he said he is, think the Tinder swindler. And then it seems like gets involved with a cult.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
that's a twist.
Yeah, and this all sort of hinges on the way that the story came about was these vegans actually ordered like a Domino's pizza, and that's how the whole thing unraveled. So there is a little bit of bad veganism in there, but overall, just a lot of twists and turns.
Yeah, no cheese for vegans.
Yes.
Okay, finally tonight, let's switch over to music. We have a new album from Rosalia. I just saw her on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, where she was making jokes about how nobody can really get her name right. So I listened, Rosalia, and apparently this new song, Candy.
Oh, I've got it. No. Okay. Am I pulling this from Fire Stick?
It's $50,000, $100,000 out of Chattanooga. You go to Atlanta, there's say 3 bookstores there, there's 150 at Atlanta. But it comes to a point to where I went to Atlanta, Chattanooga.
My shit's so screwed up right now. Okay. Test 1, 2.
Good evening, everyone. We begin the readout tonight with the latest on the humanitarian disaster in Ukraine. The United Nations is raising concerns about the 6.5 million people who are internally displaced and the 13 million people currently in regions hit hardest by the war in Ukraine. Cities like Mariupol and Sumy are facing what the UN described as critical and potentially fatal shortages of food, water, and medicine. We're still learning more about the drama theater in Mariupol that Russia bombed, despite clear markings that children were inside. 130 people have been rescued.
Okay, so
100 people in the shelter. As many flee cities like Mariupol, more than 9,000 today alone, they are heading west, but the war appears to be following them. In Lviv, 40 miles from the border with Poland, local officials said that several missiles destroyed buildings at an aircraft repair facility. Russia is claiming that the
Bro, it's a fucking stolen car. Promise you. Either way, he was convinced because he had the title. The guy has titles.
Okay, this should straighten it out. I think I'm just not getting anything back. My monitors, I have one viewer. Hello, viewer. Say hello. Hi, how are you? Okay, there goes the Xbox One. So I'm lagging behind on that. I'm going to have to start the stream over probably. Because if I just keep going, I'm just going to look like an asshole. Trying to do it Okay. It's going like that. I have somebody watching. Thank you for watching. It's probably a bot. But if you're not a bot, yay for not bots. Nobody likes a not bot, man. Come on. Even bots don't like bots. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. I will do formatted, like, do some things later. Really all I'm trying to do tonight, right now, is get this thing going again. I did some firmware updates and I did some, anyway, I got in over my head too deep in some other stuff, and so a lot of my settings were screwed up, and then I had to go back over and start from scratch, and I thought I had it, but now, just now, I don't know, I've got so many different things running that I've got things overlapping, from PCs to pads to all kinds of stuff, places to video, to VR, all kinds of things that are like in my PC, and I'm going through and I'm going, no, I don't want this, and I don't want that sound here, and I don't want that sound. It's just ridiculous. So I haven't been having any fun with that. I'm like, that's a bummer. Okay, let's see what's going on. Let's see what this says. Is this me? Some pads to, can't do that. All kinds of stuff. Maybe you can. I'm watching now, 12 minutes ago. Okay, I need to restart this. I need to go back into, I'll just grab something, just to get this thing rolling, see if my...
Mom wants to stay in her home, but she's starting to forget things.
I have 76 years of memories to sort through.
It could be Alzheimer's or dementia.
We
need a plan.
Yeah.
Test on the mic check.
What's inside your mobile device matters. It's why the Qualcomm Snapdragon platform matters. So you have an intelligent camera that captures 120 photos per second to make sure you get the perfect shot. And high-fidelity gaming with immersive worlds on your 5G device. You deserve all the best 5G experiences. That's why your devices deserve the Qualcomm Snapdragon platform.
Take a look at this. These are the pictures that Vladimir Putin wants Russians to see as he wages an illegal, misguided, and increasingly costly war in Ukraine. That is Putin himself holding a MAGA-style stadium rally in Moscow this morning to galvanize Russian support for what he's euphemistically calling a special military operation, but which the rest of the world knows as the mass slaughter of civilians.
If I can't hear myself,
the rally was meant to celebrate the also illegal annexation of Crimea 8 years ago. But of course, it was just more pro-war propaganda, carefully staged with banners touting the lie of the so-called denazification of Ukraine. Despite the crowd's apparent enthusiasm, many attendees said they had been pressured into attending by their employers, according to the BBC. Likewise, students said they were given a day off from lectures if they attended. And some didn't even know that the event was dedicated in part to supporting the war in Ukraine. Putin's big performance also hit a snag when state TV channels abruptly cut away from his speech to show an earlier performance by a musical artist who's sort of a Russian nationalist ripoff of Bruce Springsteen. This comes as Kremlin propagandists are working overtime to sell the war to the Russian people, while also minimizing its significance. And they're using extremists from this country as proxies to bolster their message. For instance, they've been repeatedly broadcasting the words of House Republican Madison Cawthorn, who called President Zelensky a thug in a recently unearthed video. And they continue to embrace Tucker Carlson, who's emerged as America's most visible champion of their cause. Carlson is such a hit among Putin supporters that a young security worker in Siberia is translating and dubbing his show for a Russian audience, receiving 24 million hits. But the bigger problem is what Russian TV doesn't cover, given what's really going on. As Masha Gessen wrote in The New Yorker earlier this month, there is no ongoing live coverage, no acknowledgement that what's happening is extraordinary, even as Russian bombs fall on Ukraine's residential areas and the Russian economy enters a tailspin. Gessen writes, the nice thing about a war that's not a war is that it's easy to look away. With me now is Masha Gessen, staff writer for The New Yorker and author of Surviving Autocracy. And Masha, I know that you recently came back from Russia, and I am dying to know what you saw, the folks you talked to, what they know about what's happening in Ukraine.
I think maybe it's more important to think about what they don't know. They don't know that it is a massive war operation. And what's really striking is that even people who are, this is a vanishingly small number, right? But even the vanishingly small number of people who are still consuming independent media, which have been blocked by Russian authorities, it takes a huge effort to use the virtual private network to see independent media. Even they don't quite get the picture that television viewers in the West get, right? There isn't
now I'm back
as much footage. There isn't as much detail.
Actually, what I
of the just this unending carnage. And if people watch Russian TV, which most Russians,
this actually works the way I've got it, but I just have to tweak it. I had to tweak it and figure out what the hell, how it's all going to work out. And really, technically, like right now, the only problem is I'm going to have to check my monitor and figure out why I must not have something checked right. So I'm not getting anything back on this, so I can't hear my own voice. But on the actual online, you're hearing my voice overlapping this. So if I pause that, talk, do it with me. Come on. Do it with me. Do it with me. She won't do it with me. Anyway. Yeah, so that's the thing, man. I can talk. Then we can view something. I know so very little about this that I've already been like, what they say, they sent me something for copyright infringement already, so I'm going to start putting out my own content. The things that, if I comment on something that they're doing on the news, then I'm infringing on MSNBC, I guess. There's one that I really want to play. I really want to play this for y'all. MSNBC said they had it on good account that Putin's army, that the Russians were trucking in, what was it, mobile cremation units? Yeah, and they were just, in other words, Ukraine was just killing their soldiers so much, so quick, so fast. They were having to throw all the Russian soldiers into these large cremation trucks and burn them up on the spot. I couldn't believe it when I heard him say that. It's not like I said it. It's like a reporter with MSNBC said it. I'm like, what the fuck? Are you serious? And then the reporter said, but I got it from a friend of mine. He never mentioned any of this. I got it from a friend of mine. You know, it's kind of who knows somebody. It's like I know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, basically. And he seems to be a pretty good Joe. So we take his word for it. That's pretty much what he said. Not verbatim, but that was the gist of it. God, people, they're killing me. You know they're killing me, right? I told you they're killing me.
No, I don't have insurance on you.
You better get it. I told you that a long time ago. I used to live a very precarious life. Now I don't leave the house. So what's the point? It would have to be like literally a meteor shower, maybe an asteroid, a plane falling out of the sky, tornado light, tornado. But other than that, I'm not going to get hit with the hurricane up here. Probably not going to get shot, drive-by. We're way off the main drag. Yeah. No.
You stay inside, too.
I stay inside. I'm not even going to get hit with lightning.
Only time you go out Fridays.
Yeah, shut your face. Somebody's got to do the grocery shopping around here.
Oh, please.
Stop. We're on line. Be careful what you say. I'm going to warn you about that right now. Okay? We are live. Anyway, I'm building an image, man.
You're building it.
I am building an image right now. That's what it's all about. Gotta show dirty laundry. I need to get it. See, I said I wasn't going to do this. I said I was going to, come back here. He got a hold of me again. Isn't it weird how when it sees me, it goes, it'll follow me all the way. I play peekaboo with it every now and then. See it?
It's like you.
Unless you mother. I'm like one of those guys that's really, really weird about drinking around electronics. So I'm not real happy with this. I said I was going to drink over there, drink my energy drinks, and smoke my cigarettes over there. I'm trying to quit. God knows, and I don't want to be unprofessional and smoke on camera. But this is America. And the way I look at it is, we all make mistakes. So ultimately, I'll be forgiven for these first mistakes because I can always plead, I didn't know. See how it works? That's how it works. Give me a cigarette. I need a cigarette. Okay. No, they're right there. You fool. Oh, okay. That hard has it put up. Right, I got you. No, you're a creep. They're right here. Oh, you're a creep. Oh my God, Jesus. Come on, follow me. Creepy camera. Ooh, you're a creepy camera. Oh God, I need more space. I really do. But this table's so good, but it does. I need it, I guess. I think I've done the best I can do with the space right now. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, it got me with they say just anything on the news these days. They don't give a shit what they say. They really don't. They could care less. They could care less. It's kind of funny, really. All right. Where are we heading this time, Tina? Where are we heading?
Where do you mean?
Where are we going to go with this? All right, let's find out. Here's the problem. I can't monitor I can't hear what's going on. That's not cool. What the hell? I've got to tweet I got to hear something, or I'm not going to be able to know what's really being said on the deal. Let me see, hold on.
Most Russians at least have it in the background. There are two things that are happening. One is that they're being told that Russia is waging a special military operation to restore peace, or to put a stop to violence, or to denazify Ukraine, depending on who you listen to. But the biggest thing is how they're being told this, which is in this very sort of routine tone. The newscasts at the top of the hour are still 5 or 6 minutes, right? You hear a story about Ukraine, and then the next story is a Romanian fighter plane went down while on a rescue mission. 7 people died. And so it's in the context of things that happen in the rest of the world all the time. There isn't this, the sense that you get in the rest of the world, which is that the world is on fire. The one place you don't get it is in Russia.
I've been at
and it's interesting, in your piece you talk about someone being arrested on the street and people just like not even noticing, right? And this sort of everything is sort of blanditized, where no one really sees what's happening around them. I was just talking with my team earlier today that it is as if if Fox News was the only thing you could watch on TV, there was nothing else. Well, a lot of people here wouldn't know what was going on in Ukraine, right? They would see a certain blinkered view that was what Fox News told them. That's what's happening. If that was it, if there was no other option, that's kind of the way I kind of think of it. Is that what we should think? That essentially people are being fed a very selective view of the world, and so for the most part, lots of people believe it.
This is aggravating as hell, to be honest with you. It was working really good last night.
I think, yes, for the most part, lots of people believe it. But of course, imagine that you're watching Fox News, and then you're going out and seeing empty store